Alright, hello guys. We are back. We are live with the Bill Gregg Open 1v1 tournament double elimination stage. We're in the round 2 of the winners bracket. We've got a good one for you guys tonight. DOD Joe versus Matreiuss. We've got the Egyptian powerhouse Joe versus the mainly Poseidon powerhouse Matreiuss, and I am pretty excited for this match because I'm an Egyptian player. Joe plays Egyptian much better than me, and it's always fun for me to watch other Egyptian players take their talents, because I don't have any, take their talents to the tournament. And so far, Joe has not lost a single match. Matreiuss almost Joe hasn't lost a single game. Matreiuss has almost lost a match. He was down 2-1 to Fox a few rounds ago. Fox also playing Egyptian and managed to come back and win. Joe is better than Fox and probably a little bit more flexible than Fox is as well. So Matreiuss is going to have a hard time, I feel like, against Joe, but I think it's going to be a good match. I mean, I'm seeing Egyptian versus probably Poseidon. I think for the most part that's pretty fair. Our maps themselves are pretty much the same, just different maps. Savannah, Painted Desert, Frozen Waste, Tundra, Fields of Punishment all kind of play similarly. Kind of open maps with decent hunt, but can be pretty aggressive. So we'll see what happens. And yes, so let's pretend nothing happened earlier and that about 10 minutes ago I didn't have a fail start to my stream. So let me just do one thing real quick and make sure that my stream is working on YouTube, because I had it slightly jacked up the other time. So we should be good. Okay. Looks like it's working. So all right, we had a guy that told me something was wrong. I don't even know if he actually was accurate in what he thought was wrong, but there was something wrong and I had to fix it. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for everybody helping me out in the chat. You guys are awesome. We're going to have fun tonight. Joe versus Matreiuss. I am going to love these games. I think. I hope. I hope everybody else does too. So we're going to just be ready to go. Let me close down a few of my extra windows here. And then we will be good to go. 1,000 Megacam trying to do it like it was exactly what happened earlier. Okay, we are good to go. DOD Joe versus Matreiuss going into the second round of the winners bracket. Game number 1, Savannah. Poseidon on our top left as Matreiuss. And then we've got Ra. Loving this Ra on the bottom right, being played by Joe. And Poseidon v Ra. I think it's a fun game, a fun matchup to watch. I will be very interested to see how Joe plays his Ra, because generally Joe is an ISIS slash set player. He really has not played, that I've seen, a lot of Ra. And ooh, what relic? Oh, that all his sucks. Harder's Folly makes scouts have more line of sight. I guess priests at least benefit slightly, but I don't know how his Ra's gonna be. I think the last time I might have seen him play Ra was in like a team game in RTS League like 2 years ago, and it was pretty awful. But he's a lot better now than he was then. It's 1v1. I'm sure he's prepared. So we'll see what happens. We've got a nice set of second hunt here. Actually, it's his first set. Well, technically it's the forward hunt, so it would be the second set. But the Rhino would be the first set, which, yeah, it will be a banger if it's 5. Here's the Rhino. Do we have hunting dogs already? Yeah, we do. Do we have hunting dogs for Joe? Yes. So he waited long enough that he didn't get husbandry. He'll be going hunting dogs. So as a Ra into a Poseidon here, generally your worry is that forward gold, because the Poseidon can, with an early like second town center, then just straight into pure Hippicon, along with a couple heroes, can put some early pressure on your second gold mine. So what I'm thinking about this is that if this were me, I would be pretty happy with where this gold mine is, because it's pretty close. We've also got decent hunt for him, which is also good. And then the other hand, though, it doesn't look like there's a lot of more hunt in this initial pack, which as a ride also be happy to see, though as a ride he's only scouted like this little bit. So I think overall the map has done pretty well for the Ra here. Though, man, if the Ra had this gold mine, that'd even be more glorious. But looks pretty good for the Ra player. What are the advantages of casting Lure right away? It gets you base hunt that you can safely hunt on. I mean, no, I don't want spoilers. Why would I want spoilers, my man? I don't think it's a... Yeah, you have to use it... Generally, I'd use it early. He was a little bit risky, though, because it could have gotten this hunt, which actually wouldn't have been bad because it would have saved a granary. But generally, you should use it fairly early, because you also want to try to steal enemy hunt. But it could go either way. I don't mind it. If he casted it here, it wouldn't have lured his rhino, though. But if you get your own hunt, you're right, it does suck a little bit, but I mean, if you wait till you eat your hunt, you're going to be casted like 4 minutes, 4.5, and then you won't be as much value by then. Yes, we do have Poseidon power. If only Annabelle were here. We have an early temple, so 440 into Hermes. That's pretty standard in this matchup. The ceasefire is very good against the Egyptian, I feel that. I mean, ceasefire is really good anyway, but definitely more value. I mean, you could see Ares and then use it on the Migdol, but ceasefire is just so flexible. If you manage to kill that town center, you can just build, manage to kill the forward. Well, there's no forward town centers either. No forward town centers. Decent gold here. And no spoilers about any of the other games either, because I don't know the results. Which, saying Skady is scouting out the opposition isn't a spoiler, because he'll face one of these two. The Ra player, is he going... Okay, he is going up Ptah. This is a very slow age up, I feel like, for Ptah here, especially if he's going for a second TC. We've got the Centaur coming forward, and the Priests. And if he's going one town center, this slower advance is okay. And it looks like he is going to be doing the one town center. Does he have enough eco for what he wants? His wood is awful right now. He almost will have to age up with just his goats. Because he can't get Shaduf. I don't think this is a very good build that Joe's got going on right now. You should get a second priest out. You can afford to get your second priest, and then you can empower all three of these. So he should be doing that. Yeah, Joe did not have good eco management, because this is going to be a very slow Shaduf, which is going to be a very slow rain. And we see what Matreiuss is doing is just grabbing that early second town center. That's, I think, pretty standard for this matchup for the Poseidon. He'll probably then just go Hippocon, and then we'll just try to flood this gold mine. The key is speed as your Ra player. You want to age up fast so that you can start getting units out before the waves of Hippocon show up. However, Joe has scuffed up his build and did not have enough wood to get Shaduf reasonably well. So he's going to end up having like an 8 minute to 8:30 advance, which you can get that with 2 town centers. So we're gonna look and see. Yeah, he's gonna be like barely slower than if he would have grabbed a second town center and aging up at like 450. And Matreiuss has a ton of hunt yet that he can eat off of. He's got a lot of. Just don't forget your granary here. We've got one stable up. Even has a couple farms to get in on this rain. And we'll probably age up now. So yeah, at about an 8:05, which is really only about 15 to 20 seconds faster than aging up with a second town center. So not the most streamlined of builds, and you see that from maybe raw players that aren't quite as experienced. And like I said at the beginning, Joe, not necessarily a raw main of Egypt. In fact, I know Joe thinks ISIS is pretty weak now, but I think ISIS in this scenario isn't bad. So Matreiuss with one stable, would like to see another one. Only one stable should be. He's actually. Wonder if he's just going to be more defensive. Because with all the walling that he's doing, he's definitely looking like he's going to be defensive. But yeah, this is the key. This is really the only gold mine that Joe will be able to reliably go to. I mean, the other gold mine is way up here. His third gold mine he could potentially move is down there. So this is where he has to go. And has to build a crazy defensive Migdol in his base. Because he knows with this advance time that he won't be able to build it on the gold mine. And I think Matreiuss is being a little bit overkill with his walls here. This is a little ridiculous. I'm not sure what the purpose is to all of these walls. So he only has one stable. Like, a rock can just fly right over this or drop units off. So I know he's afraid of maybe getting raided, but a rock kind of stops all of this anyway. There's the... So we've got a locust for Joe. He'll be looking to find a good place to use his locust on. And we'll be able to kind of pester these villies. Actually got a lot of farms, a few farms here that he could potentially just use locust on that. I'd like to get the Wadjet firing here. Oh, there we go. So one vill, actually kind of slow reaction from Matreiuss there. Matreiuss trying, or not, yeah. Matreiuss going for a pretty heavy boom as opposed to actually making units, which I actually find a little surprising. Also got caught out here and is losing more units for really no reason. A lot of camels. Oh, Joe going just straight mythic. Maybe? No, he can't. There's no way. He's not close enough. Just to mark it in case he has to trade later, maybe. See, how's his eco? And see, also, this is also a big problem. There should most definitely be a priest empowering that. Okay, getting another gold mine. I feel like Matreiuss could have handled this a little bit better and pressured there. Like, seeing the second town center going up now, like, seems just a little bit behind on his military. I think he's trying to go for a semi-quick, fast heroic. Yeah, that's what he's doing. And then he'll just go for probably get Prodromos to get at the camels. And see, here's what I'm talking about. All these walling is great and everything, but you just bring the rock down here, and now the walls and all of these walls are basically just pointless. I mean, oop-de-doo. Maybe just get Hippolyta on the rock. Okay, the Wadjet will go down. Got it. Got it. Okay, second gold upgrade. Still no priest empowerment. And now he's just going to content himself to attack the walls here. As the raw player here, I would put up a couple towers. Probably put 2 towers up with crenellations. just to be very safe. And then put your 2 towers up and then eco up is what I would do in this situation. Well, I wouldn't do it at all because I would have been eliminated, and I was eliminated well before this stage, but I feel like that would be the best thing to do. Is a couple towers with crenellation, maybe just put a little wall around them so the Hippocon or Prodromos or whatever ends up getting built can't be made right on top of them. Trying to get at this temple actually before Joe ages up, but Joe ages up. Not the lion, loud, large, and in charge. Still not a great fight here for. Oh, where's the locust? Okay. Won't kill very many vills, but it'll get a ton of farms. Matreiuss really kind of put all his farms together, so... Oh, losing his croc, though. So, over time, it will end up killing pretty much all the farms, and... That's pretty good value. I mean, it was probably 10 farms, which is 750 wood. Look at this one hanging on with 3 hit points. Oh, come on. Oh, it got it right at the end. Oh, this build's trying to rebuild. Alright, Migdal. Okay. Alright. Still would almost rather see a couple towers there, but Matreiuss still doesn't look like he's doing a whole lot. That on his wood actually slows him down a ton. And yes, he's making Hippocons. He should be making Prodromos, because Prodromos actually beat camels pretty decently. Camels are kind of one of those generic units, and no plow either, you're right. No plow. That's also kind of a big oops. Maybe he's getting it. No, he's not. And I kind of so far seeing this game as like kind of a little bit of a missed opportunity kind of a thing for Matreiuss. Yes, Prodromos are a direct counter. So camels are kind of one of those, they're kind of billed as a counter cav, but they don't actually get a ton of attack damage versus cavalry. I'm trying to look at the numbers. I don't know what it is. So they do get beat by Prodromos pretty handily. And now we have some Prodromos, but they aren't upgraded. Second Nemean Lion and 4 Militia. You'd almost, I don't know, 200 resources for 4 Militia. I mean, if they're upgraded, that's actually almost worth it. Now we've got the Priest empowering the town center. That's good to see. No 3rd gold upgrade. Got the other farm, or the other town center as well. Matreiuss trying to grab map control. So what we saw, Matreiuss kind of was able to outfox Fox in their matchups. Was Matreiuss was always grabbing map control, getting walls out, and really frustrating Fox's attempts to get out of his base. And we'll see if he's able to do that again against Joe. Matreiuss has now fallen behind by score, and I would say just on his lack of action, it's falling behind in the game as well. It's because you can't really match Ra-Boom very well. And even though Joe went up with just 1 town center, his eco is probably pretty comparable, or if not better now than Matreiuss, who went a 2nd town center early on. This 1 camel somehow slipped through the wall here. Now we've got what, medium? Yeah. But yeah, Joe is already aging up Osiris. But a little bit of a raid here. Do we have any Pierce Armor stuff? No. So far, kind of a slow game. I thought we'd see more aggression by the Poseidon on the gold mine. I thought there was a good chance of that. Yeah, the wall's still there. We've got the Hippocon looking. How is Joe scouting? Actually pretty decent. How's Matreiuss' scouting? Also pretty good. Killing the... Okay, so he's going to go for some walling here. This is what he did. Poseidon or Ra better in late game? I'd say Ra. It's not as one-sided as it used to be with some of the mercenary nerfs that makes it so they can't live quite as long. But I would say Ra should win late game. Poseidon can still do some things, and it's not as one-sided as maybe it used to be, but maybe like a 60%. I mean, if you're going to give a number, like 60-40, 65-35 maybe at the most. But Poseidon can do some things for sure. Matreiuss looks like he's aging up. Hephaestus. So the last time we saw this, and the other thing to note, without the forward town centers, as we saw in the Fox versus Matreiuss game, is it can really lead to a late game stalemate, because the mercenaries aren't going to live long enough to push, and the Poseidon will have a hard time pushing through a town center because of the mercenaries. So we'll see what happens here. We've got a little bit of a skirmish here. Again, so far it's just kind of players kind of just ecoing up, teching up, and getting map control. You got Osiris here still carrying around this Harder's Folly relic for the entirety of the game. Already got his champion camels and a decent trade route already as well. Like, Joe's just a little bit ahead as far as economically. There's still no plow at 17 minutes in game. That is big. No plow. That's a big mistake. Nice to get the mummy on some of these lions here. I like the camels here are good as soon as you get the desert wind. That really helps them out. The camels are coming up here for a bit of a raid. We got a couple towers being built. But I think it's, in my opinion, this is Joe's game to lose right now. I think he's going to reach that Mythic Age spike a little bit sooner. We've got these villagers are messing each other up trying to build. Does he have the second farm upgrade? He does. What? You're right, Kevin. Of course he doesn't have plow. He's got the second farm upgrade. I'm getting old. Good looking, my man. So disregard that, but I do like this here. So this will happen indefinitely until Matreiuss notices. I think he might notice now that he realizes he only has one. There he goes. So Matreiuss will be spamming out his techs. This is going to be a really nice position if Joe walls off here and gets towers in. Just needs to get some catapults and towers with crenellation, and Matreiuss will have a hard time stopping this. Good looking, Kevin. I appreciate it. But would like to see the upgraded siege technology. That's very important. And do we have crenellations? We do have crenellations, so that's really gonna solidify this. Would like to see one more siege workshop. And Joe's gonna have a really good time here, I feel like. Because he's ahead. Hephaestus does have a nice power surge, but it's not until all the armory techs get up, which takes some time. As we can see, we're working on the second one here, and you're right, Matreiuss is going to find himself, because he doesn't have a gold mine. Yeah, you're right. Or a trade route. And we've got the towers here. We'd like to see just a wall in front. Getting stone wall and engineers. Okay, that's the technology I'm looking for. And then we'll probably just wall off here. And getting at the fortresses first. Matreiuss does have ceasefire. Bit of a time waster. But yeah, with no trade route. And we've used curse down here. Okay. Yeah, Son of how could Poseidon kill Son of Osiris? You're right. That's another thing, is that a well-managed Son of Osiris can be really difficult to kill. We've got these catapults on the town center now. No masons. Osiris will help pick off all these units here. Got the hero. Radon. Ho 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 ho. Matreiuss is, yeah, he's gonna have a really hard time getting any gold. Not often you see the raw player gold blocking at the 1940 mark, but it's kind of what we got. So yeah, Matreiuss is holding here, but these Helipolis are expensive. That's 500 resource. I mean, this is thousand. This is like 3,000 resources here, on which is pretty much really doing nothing. I mean, that is a ton of wasted resources. The mummy's coming in from the Killed Fortress. And we see Joe is the one taking map control everywhere, but this is the defining push here, and got Villies coming forward, I think, to probably kill the towers. Cyrus taking a little bit of damage from these Helipolis, actually. Man, this one killed the one that has 12 hit points. There you go. Now you got it. Cyrus running away from Villies. Yeah, now it's now Matreiuss has 0 gold because he poured so many resources into his Helipolis. And he's also getting blocked on this top part here. Skin on the Rhino? Yeah. And that's it. Wow. So our last game on Savannah with Poseidon versus Ra, I think it was Ra, ended up being like an hour and 4-minute marathon against Fox. And Joe, the better player, just ended up being faster. I thought his build at the beginning was a little bit off, but he really kind of transitioned really well. And I don't think the semi-quick fast heroic is the thing to do here. But again, my opinion, and there are generally reasons that I am not in these games and I'm watching them instead. So take everything I say with a grain or two of salt. I wouldn't say this map is better for Ra. Joe just didn't get any control. He just kind of had a slow boom with no pressure. He was hurt too. It was a lower hunt Savannah. Quite a bit lower than what it could have been. That was the main thing that was hard about it. Yeah, how to kill Osiris? Well, I mean, he got him decently down, but at the expense of like 7 Helipolis. I mean, but when you think about it, wake up from sleep, go pee, found Chrono alive, no more pee, no more sleep. when you think about it, Poseidon doesn't wreck like Greek units or like he does Norse or Atlantean, so he's not as effective against Greek anyway. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna make Toxotes, it would have to be the way to kill him. But yeah, Matreiuss was just too slow. I mean, he got walled off everywhere. Slow to get his market. Slow to get his 3rd town center. Slow to get an army. I feel like he could have. I don't know. Joe played it well. We could kind of hypothetical all game, but that was game number 1. So quick game, actually, given the circumstances, and the victory to Joe. So let's update our Joe versus Matreiuss little thing here. Hey, Snick with the subscription 2 months in a row. Appreciate that. You're a good man. Everybody else is a good man or good lady in the chat. Let's get my gods updated here. At stream images, that's what I'm looking for. So Joe versus Matreiuss, and we got Joe drawing first blood pretty quickly, actually, with a Ra. I didn't think we'd be seeing Joe pulling out a Ra, but we sure did. So Matreiuss with the Poseidon, Joe with the Ra, and let's draw up our. Oh, did I delete all my win texts? Dang it, I did. Hold on, let me copy WinText over here from the other page and paste it right here. So there we go. So far Joe is 10-0. Do Matreiuss suck? Not really. Kind of. Not. They're awful against units. They've been buffed so that buildings do less damage. So they do okay in like early Mythic, but once the buildings get crenellations and teched up with all the HP, they aren't that great. Insane. You like an ex-clanmate of mine or no? Or clanmate of mine? Maybe not. But let's get on to game 2 here. Wonder is late. I mean, when you're in a 50, if the game's gone on 50 minutes, whoever builds the Wanderer is probably at that point kind of deserves to win. But let's get on to game 2. But yeah, Matreiuss have been buffed in the patch to the point where they have some niche, worthwhile plays. But whatever. Let's go on to game number 2. Another similar map: Poseidon versus Ra on Painted Desert. So we'll see what happens here. The same gods, a similar-ish map. We've got Matreiuss on the bottom right this time as Poseidon. We've got Joe in the top left as Ra on Painted Desert, which is a newer map that's been added into the map pool, so maybe some players that have been up on the competitive scene aren't used to it. So this is what it looks like. You got a little bit of water on the edge. It's mainly there just for, you know, kicks and giggles, though I've seen occasional like transport down to the side. And then you got most of the trees are on the edge. You got a few smaller tree lines in your base, but that's kind of the thing. Why is Red running around with Pharaoh? Well, he needs to scout where his second hunt is. You don't make Obelisk as Ra. The only Egyptian that makes Obelisk typically for scouting is Isis. Otherwise, it takes too long for the priest to scout. He's slow. It takes longer for the Obelisk to get out. It's also a little bit more expensive. Mithun's cheaper. Now, at this point, I would not be scouting with the Pharaoh. Really, I've always felt that you need to just find your second line of hunt, or second pack of hunt, and that's about all you need. At least on a map like this where there's not a lot of herdables to get. So I think this is a little bit overkill with scouting at this point. I mean, the relic is great. The relic makes myth units a little bit cheaper, 10% myth unit cost, you know, that's all good and all, but missing out on the Pharaoh empowerment, I would say, is more important at this point. Look how close these chickens are. No, it's standard to scout. Where can I watch the games live as they happen? Typically on Twitch. Is where you find them. Most people just are Twitch streamers. I think I'm the only one that does YouTube and Twitch stream. So unfortunately, if you don't have access to Twitch, you can't watch it live. Isn't Scott with Villy better? I guess math is your friend. Villies are a little bit slower. So you actually are right, because the Pharaoh is a 25% empowerment. So 4 Villies empowered is basically 5. So yeah, almost is better to scout with a Villy once you get to that amount. But let's take a look at the map. So we've got Painted Desert is decent hunt. We are towards the lower end of the Painted Desert hunt spectrum because this Gazelle pack can spawn twice per player. You could have potentially another one on this side, but we didn't get that. It's a 50-50 chance per map, so we didn't get that. So we've got the Zebra, and then we'll have, this is the other pack of hunt there. So a little bit less hunt than normal. Gold mines, you're right, Mega Cam. They are very forward. There might be... No, there is not a gold mine. No, Actually, the gold mine did not spawn, is the problem for Joe. did not spawn for him, his side gold mine. So that is actually pretty big as a Ra, because his closest mines are these ones in the middle, because we see he should have a mine like this somewhere, but he didn't get one. I'm kind of surprised that there's room for it to spawn over here. I don't know why it didn't. It's kind of weird. Do people use Ares much at the high level? Well, we have seen Matreiuss go Ares in some select matchups where it has worked really well. But yeah, most people don't use Ares. I mean, the one thing is Hermes does give the horse tech. But we've seen some Ares in this tournament by Matreiuss, and it's worked out. I think he might be 2-0 with Ares. But yeah, these gold mines, this is going to be a tough game for the Ra to win, just with how far the gold mines are. The question is, will Matreiuss notice that? Because you would normally believe that you have a side gold mine. But Joe is up a little bit faster this time. I don't know if he's going to use a town center. Could I share my views on how villager efficiency for each game affects late game army size? I mean, Atlanteans are the least efficient, which is kind of one reason why they are bad late game, is because it takes more to do what you want. Interesting that Joe is again just doing a one town center. Now, Joe does not have a back gold mine. Matreiuss does. Joe doesn't. That's going to be hard for him. Nope, it's not there. It's not. We know it's not there. So, well, that's too bad. Because it does make it a rough matchup. So what is the Poseidon doing this game? We don't have a town center yet. We also don't have him making a military yet. Is he just going one town center and going to push? Yeah, that's what he's doing. Oh, here's his other one. Okay. His spiders are... Did he have a veto? He would have, but the problem is... Yeah, you have to veto within a minute. So I don't think he would have scouted that within a minute. So he would have had a veto. Really, they should almost, looking at something like this, but you know what? Go either way. When the going gets tough, the tough get going kind of a thing. So what do we got Joe doing here? He's going, okay, so a non-rain heroic. This kind of brings me back to the olden days and the old maps where you could get these map screws when it's very tough. You can still do it. It's not impossible as the Ra here, but it's tough. Matreiuss is going up full on one town center. I mean, this is the right play given the gold mine circumstances. Almost be worth it to do a barracks here. He's got 1,600 gold left. You'll probably try to do something similar to the last game where you'll just make a bunch of camels. Flaming Weapons is heroic age. Restoration is probably the best age 2 god power, but Ceasefire is also phenomenal as well. Spider Lair is okay, but 4 units over a time span of like 3-minute recharge isn't that great. Okay, picking off a Typicon there. Okay. Alrighty, so we're probably going to get a rain soon. We got the farm techs. Dr. Phil is out. Dr. Phil ain't got time for this. Alright, we got the gold mine here. Yes, he is going aggressive for the gold. Kind of surprised we didn't see him like wall off the edges. Got the camel trying to come in. We're gonna have to see a raid with the rock. Where did the rock go? Did the rock get shot down? Oh no, it's over here. Okay, so walled off on this map so that we can't have a locust. Now we have a rain. That'll help the camel spam. Said would be nice to maybe see a couple of racks, just because gold is going to be so valuable for Joe here. And camels at 70 gold, you could probably be good to get a racks out for your cheap 50 food, 20 gold spearmen. So we got the rain coming. Okay, Hippocons actually win this fight here. Guy and Thor. Guy is pretty weak in 1v1 still. Thor is, I feel, is decent. Most players prefer Poseidon, or not Poseidon, prefer Odin though, because of Odin gets Ulfsarks that are better than Thor's in classical age. Yeah, right. Norse is a little bit unused or less used than normal, though we've got some Norse players in here. But let's see, we've got the camels trying to come in, but they'll get stopped by the Hippocon. Kind of surprised it's taken so long for the rock to get forward and start doing some scouting. Alright, so the question of the day will be, will Joe be able to get that forward mine? Joe has 700 gold in the bank, coming forward. Hillary Duff fans. Jeez. Thought she got not cool like a long time ago. Trying to get this town center. We've got the unit sneaking in, courtesy of the rock. And Joe, this is some really good aggression. Joe's gonna get this gold mine. I feel like here you don't do one. I'm okay with the 2 town center, but I think you gotta go 2 town center attack. He's just gonna get all those gold mines, because I think Matreiuss thought he could do an easy gold block and he couldn't. And so now he's grabbing a town center. We have got Locust. Oh man, this is as rough of a map as it is for Joe. Matreiuss is making it look like it was really good for Joe. Just pure camels. Well, Matt can't spam Padromos because he's in age 2. It's almost one of those things where go make hoplites. You know, just because you're Poseidon, you don't need to make it. Now we've got the shifting sands. Oh, you're running the wrong way. A great, nice shift, but probably could have circled around and got all these vills. Okay, there we go. Surround. There, okay, alrighty. Kill most of them anyway. Well, kill all of them anyway. Oh, up here, this is not going well, and this is not looking good for Matreiuss. Holy cow, I expected more. Like, so far game 1, not looking so good, and so far game 2, even looking even worse. Has to run off of this gold mine, and looking good for Joe. Would like to see tower here with tower with crenellations. Yeah, he's holding on to his ceasefire. I mean, you hate to use it to have to save like 4 villies. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't use ceasefire initially so that he could build the town center. Like at this point. No, he didn't use ceasefire the first game either. Joe's got a ton of gold building up a wall here. Not quite soon enough. Joe getting a 3rd town center, while Matreiuss just at 1. Hippoconor getting all walled in here too. Camel's looking kind of stupid staring at each other. Come on, guys. Age mythology pathing at its best. But, yeah. And Matreiuss still had these 2 rhinos here that he never ate either. That he could have, but this is... Man. I mean, what Joe's doing looks great, but it really shouldn't be as successful as it is. I feel like maybe Matreiuss having just a bad couple games to start off this series. But yeah, he's way, way behind. Getting rated everywhere. What does Rhino? Yeah, Rhino meat. I wonder what it does taste like. But yeah, these Bills caught out again. We're having Bills getting plunked down, and it's not looking good. I mean, it could be a game again where Matreiuss is going to be gold blocked. Like, he is. He is gold blocked, essentially. I mean, as soon as if these camels come in, trying to get this greenery, trying to get these rhinos here in 15 minutes. Just kill the walls and come down to this gold mine, and I think that's probably it. I mean, you'd have to, well, I guess he does have his ceasefire yet. Oh, what are you doing? I mean, grabbing 4 times. I mean, Joe could go AFK probably for a few minutes at this point and still be alright. Man. It just seemed to me that maybe Matreiuss, seeing the map and the fact that Joe didn't have a back gold mine, kind of thought maybe he could just cruise to a victory and maybe didn't play as effectively as he might normally. But whatever he did just did not work out for him. Joe up 4-1 town centers. How do you know Matreiuss wins the next 2? Just because I have 5 recorded games doesn't mean it. I generally will put 5 recorded games in for every series. So I don't know. We'll find out. This is kind of the last fight here. I mean, imagine having Locust now, but we'll probably see a ceasefire or just a resign. He has ceasefire. Yeah, he does. Shoot, man. Whew. That was... Man, I'd be depressed at this point if I were Matreiuss, because that was a very one-sided affair there. Oh, nicely done by Joe, though. I mean, just very safe. Played it well. Blackadder is my recorded game, my source of recorded games, and he will send me 5 recorded games for every match, whether or not there is. So that it is actually his idea, which works out well. Yeah, he never even used, like, I mean, he could have used ceasefire to save this and build this town center at some point, but he didn't. But well played by Joe, and Matreiuss looking a little bit lost. And our kill-death ratio is not good. Man, Joe is just destroying him in these first 2 games. So let us update our scorecard here. So far, Poseidon has not been the champion. And now we're going to see Frozen Waste. So, nope, not Fox versus Matreiuss. This is Joe versus Matreiuss. Joe quite a bit better than Fox, though Fox just doesn't play as much as he used to, and Joe is good. So we will move on to game number 3 on Frozen Wastes. Ra v Poseidon. If it first it doesn't succeed, try again. That's what Matreiuss is trying. So Ra on our top. Might change if you're Joe, you know. Did I cast player versus Scatty? No, I did not, so please do not spoil it. And then on the bottom, we've got Matreiuss again as Poseidon. So we'll see what he does this time, because the first game he did a 2-town center semi-quick heroic. That didn't work. The last game he did a 1-town center hippocon. That didn't work. So let's see what he does here. How is our hunt? And okay hunt. The walrus will be way forward. Lots of goats. I got the 3 goat spawn. Where's the other walrus on this map? Walrus, come here. Oh, there they are. Okay, alright. Very forward town centers. That's pretty standard. Yeah, that one was a game. Alright, so Frozen Wastes. Again, if you are not quite up to date on the competitive circles of Age of Mythology, this is another map that was introduced about the same time as Painted Desert. Basically a frozen Midgard. You got the ice all the way on the outside. Got a few goats on the ice. And then we've got some hunt. Medium hunt. And then we've got the gold mines on the very edge of the map. And yeah, you're right. He did not adjust the camel spam. I mean, I know you're Poseidon, you want to make hippocon, but really in that situation, might as well just go hoplite. What's the point, you know? While camels don't necessarily get a huge attack bonus versus cavalry, they do, and they do well against them for the most part. You know, so I mean, if you were hoplites, those gains probably that second one a little bit different. Could also go up with Ares and use pestilence on that Migdol as well. That could be another thing that he could potentially be thinking at. Because here you are, you're Matreiuss. Let's all put our thinking cap on. I'm Matreiuss. You're Matreiuss. Just lost 2 games. Pretty badly. Poseidon v. Ra. And now I'm sitting here in game 3 on Frozen Wastes. Trying to think, what in the world can I do to win this game? And I don't think I can do either of the strategies I did the first 2 games. I don't think I can do 2-town center fast heroic or semi-fast heroic. I don't think I can do 1-town center. I think you go Ares here, and maybe a hoplite with some Toxotes. It's kind of what I'd be thinking. Can Joe spam camels here? Yeah, he can. Just needs a rain, and he'll have goats, though not as many goats. Actually, only 5. Yeah, you're right. It's not the same map, but it plays mostly similar. I mean, it's about similar hunt amounts. The one difference is that this does have a ton of herdables, and we actually have Matreiuss is getting all of the herdables, which does also help, as long as it'd almost be worth it to try to shift these herdables on this map. Yeah, Joe's blue. Maybe raid gold, but the gold isn't really any more open than it was in the last games. I mean, Painted Desert, that gold was wide open. Going up Hermes. Alright, so no Ares. See, this does make a big difference, though. 13 goats. That makes a big... I mean, 15 goats. This is significant, actually. This does change it quite a bit, because he won't have to farm for a very long time. So maybe in this game, if he doesn't want to go crazy and completely change anything, maybe what he should do is do 2-town center classical age push, which I think is better than 2-town center semi-fast heroic. 2-town center classical age is what he should, I think, is the best here. And then the question is, does he go with Hippocon or does he go to town center with military barracks? And he did wait a little bit this game to use his lure, as Solstair mentioned. And I guess the Golden Lions, here comes the Polar Bear in, and 2 Walrus too, actually. He actually collected both of Joe's Walrus, so we've actually got these 3 Walrus still here, so that was a high value 2 Walrus steal. And Joe looks like he's doing pretty much the same thing as before, but falling back, you'll probably have to use rain really early this game. No, he's trying to go, yeah, he's doing the same thing, trying to go for a non-rain, age up, and rain afterwards. What advice to do is Ravhiasis. You just gotta stay defensive and tech up. 2 town centers is typically the thing to do. And then just kind of let yourself lose a town center, like if you grab a forward one. Like if Ancestor, you know, encourage Ancestor's Eclipse on your town center rather than your gold mine. I can talk about that for a while. Okay, so he's gonna do the 2 town center. Semi-fast heroic here, it looks like. So he's gonna try to do what he did the first game. Albeit, he does have a lot more natural resources. In the first game, I mean, look at how many goats has he got? 18? 20? He's got 20 goats. That's big. Because the first game on Savannah, he kind of ran out of natural resources because it was a medium to low hunt Savannah. So he's going to repeat what he did the first game, just with more food. Is what it looks like to me. I mean, that early blacksmith or armory tells me that's what he's doing. This was a high goat spawn because the goat on the base or on the mainland spawned in groups of 3s instead of 2s. And as Ra, you don't typically get the outside because you can't afford to be wandering around with your Pharaoh all classical age, not scouting. And we see Matreiuss still hunting too. I mean, he's still got his walrus and his lions. And just 1 town center for Joe, aging up at about 7:30. It's a pretty quick time. See how he does with his, if he just does a really safe Migdol again. Yeah. So really safe Migdol, we'll see pretty much a repeat then of what he's done the first couple games. Walling up the middle. Yeah, Matreiuss is just saving up to age up, so. Mainly chariots and siege. You don't make spears for camels, your spears would be for siege. But generally it's just, okay, we got a locust. Oh, wow! Ooh. That is a locust that should not really happen. As far as Matreiuss, that's big. I mean, you know it's coming. Oh, geez, just loses her. I mean, you know the locust is coming. Or potentially coming, so why you'd have him balled up like that right in the middle of the map? You know, it's not like it's hidden somewhere. That's unfortunate. This raw strategy is new. No. At this point, there's nothing new. You won't normally see. Yeah, this you probably don't normally see in these situations because it is a little bit. The late rain is a little bit abnormal. You know, it's not the most effective, but he's a little bit worried. What he's valuing is the really quick age up to get the early locust. Now we have rain. And Matreiuss doesn't have any farms because he's got all these goats. Lost a ton of village. That was, whew. Yeah, Dolan, you can go in the back gold mine, the town center, but then you get the Ancestors Eclipse on your gold mine. I'd rather lose a town center than my gold mine as Ra versus Isis. So, Matreiuss did age up faster in this game than he did in Savannah. So he has access to Prodromos a little bit sooner, but losing all these villies does really hurt him. Looks like Joe's coming forward to grab a town center. So yeah, no Hippicon. The last time we saw some more Hippicon being made. Well, we got a few Hippicon yet. But it's a faster straight age 3 without making as much of an army in age 2. And we've got more Prodromos instead of Hippicon. This is not a good spot for the camels. Yeah, the Wadjet, all myth units get in a pretty much, well, almost all myth units get attack bonuses against other myth units. So the Centaur gets an attack bonus versus the Wadjet too, but the Wadjet does win versus a Centaur. I mean, if they just go, I think it does anyway, if they just go head to head. Centaur might only have a ×2. Most myth units get ×3. Yeah, these camels are wandering around down here, not getting much value. Yeah, see, Matreiuss can just eat his goats for so long. You don't want to lose your units. Okay, actually, this is a good one. Yeah, pretty much all myth units do ×3. Some of them do ×2. I don't remember the specifics, but it's almost all of them are ×3 against each other. Myth units kind of counter myth units in a way. Ran up Prodromos coming in to die. Alright. Perfect time to reach heroic. As Ra, you don't want to reach it slower than 8:30 if you're doing like 2 town center. Ra's strength is just holding out with a better eco and then winning late. You give up map control early, you come back late. So curse is used on these camels. Actually got an, oh, okay, a shifting sands and now a ceasefire. Quite the smattering of god power. So curse, shifting sands, ceasefire, these need to just get out of here at this point. If they stay here, they will get swarmed. So yeah, just wander back. I'd trade a shifting sands for a ceasefire as the Egyptian. It's gonna allow Matreiuss though to get this forward town center. At least start it. Okay, so they're coming back. I don't know if you'll get it in time though. I think we're gonna have the armies all converge over here. Yeah, he won't finish this by the end. I don't know what... Joe should just be going to this town center. I don't know what he's doing with his military. So I think if, at this point, if both armies meet, Joe wins. Yeah, Joe... I mean, he's going to get a raid, but will also be raided at the same time. This... I mean, Joe had line of sight of this. But nice raid, nice raid. Okay. The Epicons in. He'll defend this. I think you get more value though coming at the town center though. Because Joe is in a position to keep Matreiuss from grabbing this, because now he's down 2 to 4 town centers. When Matreiuss really wasn't at the military advantage to where he could have got it up. So even though you get the raid on the gold mine, I mean, those villas will be replenished pretty quick because Matreiuss got 4 town centers. Eco upgrades are pretty decent. Well, no wood upgrades, actually. It's not good. Nice little skirmish here for Joe. Yeah, Matreiuss is badly outnumbered here. About almost getting surrounded. Okay, so Horus is coming up. He'll use Tornado on the back town center. Okay. That'll kill it. Now the camels should probably come in for a raid. Big raid. On the back end. No, you gotta go to the base. This group needs to go to the base. Because you can't... That's the wrong way to go. Because you got quite a few villies here that you could just get idle. This is not where these camels should be going. Fighting under 2 tower. Now granted, we don't have crenellations. But without a hero, this lion will do so much work. I mean, Joe will fight this back. Joe will take control, but if he doesn't get this town center, the push here is kind of wasted. Yeah, he's even got to run away anyway, so that... Oh, that was not good. Because Joe spent 2k resources essentially to kill a town center. And do some idle time. Now we got the Avenger roaming in just to get on the villies, so the Avenger's coming in for the raid. I think you could get a little more value using Tornado in a forward town center. And maybe then sieging out this one. Because actually we've got some nice walls that Joe could potentially be putting up here. Yeah, 2k resources just to kill a town center and do a little bit of idle time. I don't think is a great trade, all things considered. Needs to get a wall in right here though, because otherwise, once the militia come out, they'll be really annoying. It keeps coming to this town center, this gold mine, but it's not worth it. Catapult's coming in. Okay. I would like to get a wall here. Oh, see, now because there's no wall, this Prodromos is gonna smoke these catapults. Ooh. Like, this town center should go down. There's no reason it shouldn't. Oh, that's bad. The lack of walls here is huge. That's big. If he just puts one line of walls here, the town center goes down. It might in the long run, but these police are just so annoying. Man. Okay, right on this side of the gold, and then the Avenger still roaming around, almost dead, 24 hit points. Oh no, we got more Prodromos coming on. This is a big defend for Matreiuss here. Huge. No reason this town center should stay up. Because he had room, he could have just walled right on the other side of this archery range stable. But he didn't. And now we just got Prodromos just basically delaying is all they need to do. Yes, Prodromos do have bonus against siege. That's the Greek unit that gets the bonus. Oh, almost got it. Oh, but these will now. It's just, oh, I think, that's gonna be more siege. Yeah. Well played by Matreiuss to get these Prodromos on the siege. Just shows the power. What one wall could do. Or on the other side, what the lack of a wall can do. No wall, let this town center stay up. And that town center staying up, it's giving Matreiuss plenty of time to eco up. And now we're getting fortified town center too. Where is that being trained? And he's got masons as well. Now the tower's coming out. When it could have just been solved with like a 50 resource wall. So, no spoilers, Pegasus. We're just doing recorded games here. Yeah, this... If Joe was able to get this town center down right away, which he could have, he would have still been in a decent spot. But since he can't, and we've got fortified is about to come up shortly. I know it's coming. Pharaoh here. Come on, fortified. 99. Okay, there it is. There it is. Now the Prodromos are just destroying the camels because that's what they do. I think Boyd might have originally. Got this over here. Oh, jeez. And I think the end. Oh man, we got Nemean lions on both gold mines. I love it. Oh yes. Of course, this one's dead, but that's okay. And this is about over now for Joe. This has been a kind of a quick demise of his civilization here on this game. I mean, just one wall, or the lack of it, just changed so much. Yeah, oh, nope, they ran. How many bills does it take to kill a lion? I don't know. A lot. I guess their hack armor isn't actually that great. Yeah, Ra is getting beat this game. Joe just didn't get much value out of his tornado. Spent 2k resources on it, and then just spent so many resources trying to get this town center down, and just never has. Just keeps just one wall. One little wall could have done it, and now we've got oh man. It's gonna be 2-1. There's nothing Joe can do. I think Matreiuss is probably aging up. I want to watch this lion come in, and we got Artemis coming in. That'll end the game. We got the lion over here. I love this. Lions on each gold mine, and here comes the hero coming back for more. Oh yes. Yeah, this lion is not hungry apparently. Just makes them all run around. Oh, here it comes. Yes. The splash damage actually isn't super great. These two lions just causing so much havoc. Oh man. A Prodromos raid. I love it. Alright, here comes Artemis, just flatten this town center, and there is the GG. Whoo-wee. Well, at least we did not see a 3-0 here. I like it, 2-1. 2-1. You've got, Joe tried to get a little too cute with the fast mythic, I feel like, here. Everything worked so well for him the first two games. Not going mythic quick, I don't know why he would do it here. So, I think he just stays heroic and grabs this town center, and he could have gotten this town center. I mean, he had let this town center age up and then was never able to get it down. That lack of a wall was big, but well played by Matreiuss here. I like the Nemean spam. Well, don't worry, Mr. Me, or Mrs. Me, or me Exal. we've got a couple more games, maybe at least one. Let's take a look at the post game, see what happened in here. I mean, even with that early locust, like killing about 6-7 vills, and I just don't like. But me, I've never been a big one on a semi-quick. Matt wins 3-1. Wait a minute. Economically always a little bit ahead. Well, that's because the town centers. Sir is preferred, but thank you. Okay. No problem. Let's update my little scorecard here. Let's see. Joe versus Matreiuss. So, alright. We'll replicate our gods that are terribly lined up. This is bothering me. And move a win over to Matreiuss' side. Alright, so our next two games. We get there. Tundra and Fields of Punishment. So, like I said when we went into this, they're all pretty similar maps. And so far, fairly similar gameplay. At least the strategies were kind of so far been pretty similar. Little bit of difference with that game too, but that was not a good showing by Matreiuss. But Matreiuss coming back and is, as someone mentioned in the chat, is now the first person to take a game off of Joe in the tournament. So, yeah, that's something. That's something. But let's move on. Game number 4. Are there 5? Maybe. Again, we'll mind you guys. So, I always have 5 recorded games for each series. So, maybe 5. There may not be. Who knows? Game number 4, Ravi Poseidon again on Tundra. Same matchup, slightly different map. Tundra, here we go. So we got our Ra player. Oh, do I have the right? Okay, I do. We got our Ra player on the bottom. Joe. Poseidon player on the top. That's Matreiuss in the blue. So red, Ra, blue, Poseidon on Tundra. Okay. Tundra will have the most hunt so far that we've seen. Savannah can be high hunt, but we got a low hunt Savannah. So we've seen the 3 Auroch spawns, so that's pretty generous. We've got the lure being used. Relic back here. Oh, plus 10% villager movement speed. That is tasty. Oh, that's a good relic. Your favorites are Egyptian versus Norse. Yeah. Those are alright. I mean, I'm an Egyptian player, so I don't mind Egyptian games. So far, these games have been a little bit slow to kind of develop. Again, Joe is doing a lot of scouting. As Greek, why choose Poseidon over Zeus? Well, you get Earthquake, which can win some games. You get Aphrodite, which is pretty decent. You also get Lure, which I think some people kind of undervalue what it can do on low hunt maps. It kind of can turn every game into a medium hunt for Poseidon, and then you always will get hunt in your base. So I think people undervalue the lure overall. It can be really helpful. Time is everything. I mean, it's real time strategy. So if you're able to reliably advance quickly to archaic or classical age every time, there's value in that. And also, don't forget on water, Poseidon gets the hippocampus and the Argo. So there you go. But what will we see strategically? So this is the highest hunt map we've seen so far in this series. Will we see Joe doing the 1 town center fast heroic again? We see Matreiuss going for 2 town center like he did in semi-quick heroic. He did the last game. I mean, he did it the first game, it didn't work. Last game, it did work. Ooh, a second early monument. Might we be seeing Bast play here? I think we might. This early second monument tells me that Joe will go up with Bast. Might be wrong, but that's kind of my indication. Either that or he's wanting to set up like a croc spam or something. Got a pretty decent mine. It's not to the side. Actually, this town center does protect a gold mine pretty well. Why is he making monuments close to it? It doesn't really matter where it's raw. They don't protect anything. So Hermes, and actually a pretty quick Hermes advance. I think. Some of the text is in my way. But it's still pretty quick. Hermes, I can't tell how fast he's up. I think he's 64% up. So that is pretty quick. Yeah, this is very fast. A 4-minute Hermes advance. Will make his priest and fair. What he's doing here, he's doing that because he wants to prevent Joe from grabbing a second town center easily. So we'll probably see Hippolyta and Joe. No, I thought we'd see Hippolyta and whatever Theseus coming out right away. Does Joe know about this hunt down here? Joe does. Does Matreiuss? Yeah, he does. He knows. Joe is gonna have a slow age up. This is pretty slow, even for a second monument. That's pretty slow of an age up. Now we've got the Centaur will come in. Man, if he would have put down, oh, no town center, or just going heavy Hippicon. And just this Centaur showing up will force Joe back. This is a bit earlier than what he would have wanted to go back. And he is going up Bast, but he's going Bast while simultaneously getting pushed off of Hunt at 450. That's not a good combination. Just too slow of an advance. Unless he just wants to do one town center fast heroic. But I'm not a huge Bass fan, but again, I'm also not the greatest of players these days, so maybe I'm not the best one to ask about that, but the Bass can do things. He's going to try to grab this town center, which it looks like he might be able to. Yeah, he could have stayed there. Well, the reason he didn't, I think Joe expected to see the hero coming right after, because that is kind of the standard play. So we've got the town center coming up, so he'll get this hunt then with that town center. Which you hate to have to eat your goats before they fatten up too much. This is the first game, I think, that we've seen of the 4 now that Joe got a second town center in the classical age. And it's about up. No problems, no problems. Getting a little bit of damage in on the Hippicon. So how does Matreiuss respond here? Is he grabbing a town center or going to Hunt? Will he age up quick to 3? Or will he grab a town center and boom up? You grab a town center. So you got this gold mine. This gold mine is going to be big. We've got the 400 gold spent on the town center. So he's got 2 grand in gold in his base, and he doesn't have Shaduf for cheaper farms. A little bit idle. Town center time right now. Dang. So second Sphinx. It does have the Sphinx upgrade. I don't think he's going to get the second one. Generally you just get the first. The second one, just a little bit too much favor generally to be of use. Hippolyta, she's got a little bit shorter attack animation, so maybe do a little bit better. This town center has some nice hunt. Get some berries, kind of. Sphinx coming in. They're just a little bit too slow. They could have slowed this town center down a little bit, but Oh, Joe is trying to sneak out and grab something up there. Maybe a town center? No, he didn't have the gold for that. But whatever these villies were trying to do coming out here, they got stopped. So that didn't work out. We have a third Sphinx now. Third Sphinx. What's up, Ozone? I like Tundra, though. Tundra's a nice map. Reliably high hunt. Fairly aggressive. It's like a better Savannah. It's not quite as big, I don't think. These Sphinx are roaming around. Really hasn't gotten much value out of this Sphinx. And what kind of eco are we looking for Joe? Needs some gold. That's what he needs. Best map? My favorite is Marsh. But Tundra's pretty good too. And 1 Hippocon versus 3 Sphinx. I think we know who wins that fight. Got the hero coming down here. Really probably is regretting making these 2 farms because it's going to slow down his advance by a little bit. Because Joe is looking to get... Well, I guess he didn't have his blacksmith or armory up. Well, thank you, Dolan. Draw, you did wake up in the middle of the night to start watching me. Joe's really going to have to rely on these Sphinx. Oh, he got the 3rd upgrade. Okay, cool. It is a good upgrade, just normally you don't see it used because not rare. It's pretty rare that it's useful. But so the 3rd upgrade, you don't, not the 3rd, the 2nd upgrade. The 1.1 speed is big, but it's also 5 more hack damage. Like the first one, just 50 hit points. This one is huge. You just have to get the first one first, and then this one. But that does make them faster than Hippocon. You see them whacking the Hippocon the way. Oh, watch out though. So yeah, Joe is really gonna. Oh, how about you empower your gold mine with your Pharaoh though? Is he aging up yet? Yes, he's aging up. What is Matreiuss looking like here? Walling up, good walls, good walls. And if this wall isn't here, his villies are getting smoked. But they do have a lot of crush damage to the Sphinx, so they're gonna pound away at that. And the hero isn't too far away. It's a shame that it takes 3 kills to kill the Villy yet, because you kind of get some. Oh, he could have killed that last Villy. Would have been pretty safe to do so. Alright, so the Sphinx are going to come down here because Joe is about going to have to start thinking about grabbing that gold mine. A lot of gold in the bank, a lot of wood too. So he'll probably actually be going Sphinx chariots. That's my guess. Hippocon coming forward looking for the Migdol. Very defensive Migdol. Which that's what Joe's been doing so far. Uh-oh! Ho, 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 ho. These kitty cats are about to find some toys to play with. Well, pick off 1, 2. Problem though is the Sphinx, because of their size, really like to run against each other. They're kind of hard to path properly. Like actually, Joe is actually doing less damage than what he could have. Yeah, it kills 2. Alrighty. These Sphinx need to come home because Joe needs to get this gold mine. Yeah, so we are seeing chariots. We do have Eclipse as well. This is an old style strategy. The Sphinx 1 town center stuff. It's nice to see. You don't see it. Ra's kind of changed into a lot of more boomy stuff. This kind of stuff is something that used to be more common. So Joe does have his gold mine here. Using rain. Matreiuss is up Aphrodite. He really, the reason he wants to get this up is because he needs his third hero. Um, with the two heroes, you'll never be able to kill the Sphinx or even the Crocs. Sphinx need to heal up though a little bit. Need to get a few priests to heal him up. Hey, Pegasus saying the same thing. You need Atlanta. Yes, you do. Yeah, the upgraded Sphinx are a fun unit to use. You just don't see them very often. There you go. Get your special in. This town center is coming. Boy, if these chariots would have followed... Well, they're chariots, though. Oh, watch out, though. This one Sphinx, you don't want to get him picked off. Oh, no. Should have just ran. Oh, no. He's going to lose his Sphinx. Might lose another one, too. What is he doing? They're surrounded. They're not going to get out. That is... What is... This is a throw. What in the world did I just see? What the heck? Now his chariots are going to get pancaked by the Hippocon. What? Okay, Hippolyta is dead, but these... Wow. That was not good. Not good at all. Wasted Eclipse. Wasted 3 Sphinx. Wasted a lot of army. Now he's down 3-1 town centers, losing 3-2 town centers, losing Villies over here, and what was looking so good for Joe in just a very brief time as started the pendulum swinging the other way. That was... I've seen some things before in my life, and that was something new. And we're going H4 Artemis. I think Matreiuss got this. That just... Because now you don't have Eclipse to block Earthquake. You don't have an army really... I mean, you got a decent army still. I mean, head-on, his army still wins. But Earthquake is probably going to level this. Now, we got Curse, too. That actually that Curse probably actually does make Matreiuss win this. Yeah. Forgot about the Curse. And now we've got all these units coming forward over here. And we've got a few up there. And we got Locust on... Okay. Alright. Make it wander through. Good Locust, good Locust, good Locust. But these Villies are coming forward to not do much other than retreat. Who is better, Matreiuss or Joe? Well, man, we're watching to find out. We shall find out after this series is done. Now we've got unupgraded Spearmen. So all these Villies, the Spearmen, the Camels will save this. And Joe will be able to hopefully get the town center up. But we got Earthquake coming. I mean, even with the fortified town center, how close is Earthquake? 96%. That was a nice Locust, you're right. Okay, Earthquake is up. Do we have the Masons, though? We don't. Oh, he just is now getting sun-dried brick. Need to get this Earthquake used before these building techs get finished. And I don't see a unit running in for the Earthquake yet. Generally you get your most value out of Earthquake right away, though he might be... Does he have ceasefire? He does. We could see, potentially, the Earthquake here followed by the town center grab with ceasefire. That was a nice Locust. You like Joe as a player, but you like Greeks better than Egyptian civs, so you want everybody to win. This Chimera is going to do so much damage. Oh, aimed it the wrong way. Okay. Alright, earthquake on that town center. Will the villies come down? Will we just keep it? I would. He's got a nice army though, Matreiuss does. And this Chimera here is absolutely ravaging these gold mines. Joe doesn't have the great eco right now. Kind of panic building a Chimera. The Chimera are an awesome unit, and he is, if he needs to, he's going to cast Ceasefire and grab the town center, but I don't even know if he's going to have to. The Chimera do so well against Ra because of no Nephthys. Where's the other Chimera? Oh, it finally died down here. But might end up using Chimera against Villies is so awesome. Might not even have to use Ceasefire to even grab this town center. Oh, come on, kill the Villy. Come down for your next. Come down for your next roasting. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Okay, Osiris is up. Oh, come on, your special's got to be up. There we go. The damage. Oh man. Billy panicking, attacking the town center. Joe is losing so much eco. Oh my goodness, this Chimera over here is just shredding an entire gold mine. Look at it go, these Billies have gone. Oh, we got the mummy with the most annoying sound effect ever. Roast, more roasting. GG! Oh my! Those Chimera. We're not on the field for long, but man, idle over here, idle over there. The throw at this town center. Wow. Oh, I loved it. That was awesome. I may be a Ra player, but sometimes it is really fun to watch a Ra get spanked. And that was nice. So the two town center into a third, which forced out 3 Sphinx kill themselves, a waste of an Eclipse, into H4, Earthquake on the forward town center, then the twin Chimera, the one on this side to kill all these vills, and the one on this side to kill all these. Let's take a look at the post game. Nice Locust though. Nice Locust to begin with, and the Villies counts was a little bit more than how we have here because this didn't update at the end of the game, but the Vill count is probably way down here. So, wow. That was a game Joe should win, given how it kind of turned out. At least up until about this point. Right here is when it kind of turned from a game that Joe should win to a game that was headed towards Matreiuss' direction. And well played by Matreiuss. So let's update our scorecard here. So, wow. 2-2, Game 5 on Fields of Punishment. Alright, what kind of music do I like? Who is my pick to win the tournament? My pick is Player. I don't like rap. Mostly older stuff like classic rock. But anyway, we will get to... No, GSS is not in the tournament. I asked him about it and he declined to play. So that's okay. Alrighty. Just making sure we're good. So here we are, game number 5. No. Or like Dire Straits, the Eagles, stuff like that. It's kind of... I'm actually more into like... I like instrumental stuff too. Just like I actually don't mind a good orchestra. But game number 5, Fields of Punishment. Let's see who gets punished here. Poseidon v Ra. We got 5 straight games. Poseidon vs Ra. And here we are on Fields of Punishment. Our Ra player on the top right, Poseidon player on the bottom left. Get hunting dogs used for both. There's a lot of boar on this map. This is actually a pretty high hunt map. It's really kind of Tundra-esque as far as hunt amounts. And it's more open than Tundra because the middle, there's always a big circle in the middle that has no trees. The only one thing, you do have these silly little berry bush with like 25 hit points. It's all right. I don't know what the problem is with this map. I like it. Wide open the middle. Decent amount of hunts. Pretty solid. I like it. Most people just don't like anything new, and then they'll play in the same old crappy maps over and over. But whatever, you know. More open. And what's wrong with that? What does it matter if it's open, you know? Nothing wrong with that. I like it though. Okay, where's he coming forward here? Going to these? You might want to send another Villy out. Oh, I don't jam that when I'm on patrol. Alrighty. We'll probably see lure getting used soon-ish. Alrighty, so let's see. Question is, what kind of strategies will we see? What kind of relic we got? Plus 40% villager hit points. Ooh-wee. Yeah, the Erebus style as far as coloring and design isn't super pleasing to look at. But as Ra, when you get plus 40% villager hit points, man, that basically makes you almost unrateable. Where is the third town center for Joe? Looks like he's trying to find it. Should be over here. Coming to this hunt. Town center will be just in this fog of war, yeah. Actually a nice gold mine placement too for Joe. This is pretty solid. Second gold mine, it's really close. The anti-chimera poison, yeah. A lot of scouting by the Pharaoh, though. Joe likes to do a little bit more scouting than I would like to see from a Ra Pharaoh. He does want the town center. There it is. What I do like, though, I actually just noticed this, is the skulls built into the texture. That's pretty cool. I never noticed that. I don't know how. But like right here, look at that skull. Alrighty. Yeah, so what will we see? I doubt we'd see Joe doing a Bast again. Based on the quick temple here, no early monument. We might actually see him just grabbing a second town center, maybe doing a more standard 2-town center fast heroic, maybe? Oh, a little bit idle. Come on. List of my commands. PRVP, I don't got a lot of commands. Just freeze. Put your hands up. Okay. We'll be looking for Agent Up, Age 2 Hermes. Very early temple, but a very late advance. I wonder if he's just going to do 1 town center again. Yeah, the random berry bush. He's trying to hang out with the other ones. Look at it. That's so cute. Oh, man. You gotta say this map is awesome just because it has the berry bushes. Okay, so Matreiuss grabbing the early town center. Got some berries here and got some We got some hunt over there. This berry bush might finish off the scout if he doesn't run away. Where'd this one go? Oh, right there. Well, a $500 ticket for going 80. That's pretty expensive. Oh, this berry bush is like a pacifist. There he goes. Ooh, one more shot on it. Found a lawyer for 50 to get it dropped. Well, worth that. Okay, so he is grabbing an early town center. Also got the relic. Oh man, the scout died though. Magic finished off the berry bush. We're gonna have the pharaoh come down here. Up top, we see enough wood to get Shaduf. Not quite yet, but soon. So 2 town center with the hunt over here. Back berry bushes. Still got hunt on the base. You rate this map 19 plus. Alrighty, going to this gold mine. Alright, Shaduf is coming a little bit slow again. But so far hasn't really mattered, so here comes the stables. So does Matreiuss do the quick, semi-quick, kind of fast heroic again? Yeah, corruption. Yeah. There's unfortunately always going to be some of that. Okay, yeah, wants to wall this off. Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm surprised it's even calling a misdemeanor traffic court. Ooh, here comes the, okay. Oh, now the centaur's gonna be in the wrong end of this. Have to run around. Oh, well, they just meet in the middle. Okay. Trying to get on the pharaoh, but we got the Wadjet here also playing defense, so that'll be safe. Joe's going for a pretty slow rain. Okay, trying to pick off the centaur, getting smoked by the Wadjet. Alright, okay. We got actually some decent hunt still over here. There's some hunt up in the middle. I don't know why. Eating from his berries. What is he? Is he grabbing a 3rd town center? He is. A 3 town center for Matreiuss. Trump's country isn't developing. 3 town center with some hippocons, so we're definitely not going to see any sort of semi-quick heroic. Okay, yo, what's up, Zebchi? We're in game 5 of this series. The winner moves on in the winner's bracket. The loser gets bumped down to the bottom. The little bit of pressure here will force these villies to go idle. Plow, husbandry, pharaoh doing nothing. Why you're not moderator? I can't make every one of my friends a moderator, then everybody would be a mod. Ooh, idle's here. I think they just went idle though, because the board is sinking in. Alright, so 3 town center. There's a lot of natural resources on this. No, he's got this gold mine, Solstair. He's still got this one here. Joe should be aging up soon. This is a slow age up, though. I guess he's got barracks units, so it's not the end of the world. First line. I don't know why he's not hunting. All of this. This wall also is a little bit... These walls aren't the greatest, because this wall you can't walk through. The fact that we're mostly seeing Poseidon, Zeus, Uranus, Odin this round of 8 means that these Hippocon are throwing their lives away here. I guess because Spearmen unupgraded are so weak, it ends up being okay. And Hippolyton, the Wadjet, is also pretty good, I guess. So a little bit better for Matreiuss than I thought. Poseidon, Zeus, Uranus, Odin this round to 8. I think it's more so just the players that we got in it. I mean, Matreiuss plays Poseidon and Uranus and such. They need to be nerfed. I mean, you got a few outliers. Like, you're not going to see Gaia 1v1 just because of Gaia's struggles, but I think Isis is still good and Set is still good. I think they're pretty equivalent to Ra for the most part, but we got Hippolyta picking off the Wadjet and then all these spears roaming around. We, at this point, should just retreat. Matreiuss should. Nerf every god so hard, right, Gaia. The problem with Gaia, even if Gaia's just so boring though, like really doesn't get any exciting bonuses and stuff. But 3 town centers, a lot of spears. Might get pushed off of this hunt soon. I think we'll have some more. No, that's about all the hunt. Alright. Pilots are falling back. Matreiuss is trying for age 3 now. Should be able to get it. I don't think eco upgrades are exciting. No, not really. She's just boring. Alright, so Hippolyta come in and shoot at the rock. These Hippocon keep taking damages here. Alright, Villy's going after these units. It would improve, you're right, actually. Gaia on Erebus style maps, it's actually make it look kind of cool. This is game 5. This is the deciding game. Oh, look at all these. Oh my goodness. Wow, these have been idle for a long time because we had enough time for the 3 Villys to pool up there. Those guys are idle for a while. So this is in the winners bracket. So both these players can still lose and be in the tournament. Matreiuss is looking a little bit slow here. He grabbed 3 town centers, but we had a lot of idle time over here. Got a little bit of, you got this dude watching, this woman, and I think there's 2 people here. Yeah, 2 people lost in the woods. Oh, the locust. Alright. Kills decent amount of Villys. About 7 Villys. Really shouldn't have your Villys clumped up like that when you got a locust coming in. Order up Aphrodite. Yeah, spears. That's one of my favorite. I say that a lot. There's a lot of units I have that are my favorite, but upgraded spears are really fun. Alrighty, we got man, that locust was big. We got the curse being used. No hero here. This me and Lion will do some damage. We've got a little bit of a proxy siege workshop up here. So this is, you got 1 gold mine here, another up there. Joe with irrigation coming in, has a really nice economy. Already getting a market up. Yeah, Locust is still fine. You just can't blindly use it like a bonehead on every single pack of Villys you see and kill 10 of them. Oh, someone with a random comment. Alright. Matreiuss is in a bit of a tough spot. It just seems like he's a little bit too slow to get going here. That locust is going to set him back further. He's going to end up probably getting pushed off of this gold mine. And this is his only other gold mine now. Yes, I've reached 1,000 messages in one. That's not right, but thank you, Restream. A little bit of a counter rate up here on this gold mine, but ceasefire used just to save some Billies or what? Not sure what this ceasefire is doing. He's not even getting gold in this ceasefire. Just got one Billy hiding out in here. Yeah, defensive cease just to save from a raid. That's not the cease you want to use. And it's not even gathering gold in this ceasefire either. This is a wayward storehouse. It's looking a little grim for Matreiuss because Joe has a great economy. He's aging up Mythic Age. Could use maybe a few more of his wood and gold upgrades, but he's looking good, getting good control of the map. Got a little bit of a forward base over here. A little grim. A little. I mean, you never know. I mean, we saw Joe throw away a whole bunch of Sphinxes last game, but that ceasefire, he didn't even finish the wall on the ceasefire, and Matreiuss still has no access to gold. I guess he's got 500 left in his base gold mine. We're gonna come down here and try to clean up with these Nemean lions. Alright, but we've got Osiris is up, so the Nemean lions will be quickly lost. That'll be that. Armory upgrade, so we're looking at hack armor, nothing. What a dip at that pool, yeah. Sure thing. And an Nemean lion here. Oh, this mummy was trying to get it special on it. Oh, must have already used it. Oh yeah, we got this little mummy here. Alright, getting camels upgraded. We see Desert Wind. Joe getting just a host of upgrades. Oh, there it goes. Oh man, that's too bad. We do have Age 4 Artemis coming up, but Matreiuss is in no position to get up and do anything with the Earthquake. Priest and power at 15%. The Pharaoh / Osiris 25% for raw, 20% for normal. I don't know. The Osiris might not get that 20. Yeah, I think he does. Get that extra 5% as raw. This is going to be a pretty tough push for. I mean, Matreiuss might end up just having to use Earthquake defensively. We've got these. Do we have Desert Wind yet? No. Yeah, you got a camel raid down on the bottom. Yeah, Joe is probably going to have to, or not Joe, Matreiuss will probably have to use Earthquake defensive. No, this is the final game. It's a best of 5. So this is it. And it's looking like it's about, yeah. So defensive Earthquake. This Matreiuss needs to buy time, is what he needs to do. He needs to come forward. Man, this Earthquake is making me dizzy. Alrighty, so coming forward. Would have been nice to get that too. Now, Joe did not go to the loser's bracket. In fact, he had not lost a single game up until these two he dropped here. But okay, so that slows down the aggression a little bit, but we still got raids up here. These camels do live a while. 30% pierce armor. Upgraded. Joe builds a wonder and Chi-Chi. I mean, Joe's in the driver's seat here. I mean, Matreiuss has leveled up the score a little bit, just courtesy of killing those buildings and stuff, but Joe's still looking really good. Got a better eco. Matreiuss just needs to stall out somehow. Prodromos on the Osiris. I like it. Alright, those camels get handled. Chimera up here. A lot of wide open space up here that's got nothing going on. That earthquake did actually do quite a bit for Matreiuss. It allowed him to get on this gold mine. It really slowed the aggression down, and that's what Matreiuss needed. But going up with earthquake, of course, means that he doesn't have access to either the Plenty Vault or the Forge of Olympus. So armory techs will take a while for Matreiuss to get. I also don't know why he's massing Chimera in this situation. That is a lot of resources to make. Yeah, Ra has a really strong Mythic Age. Just so good of units, especially once these camels ever get Desert Wind. Well, roasted some Villies, but got Chimera. I mean, there's so many Chimera, but we've got Osiris down here. Boy, Matreiuss is really stalling this push out, though. And without a forward town center, Joe doesn't have the opportunity to mass mercenaries. Oh, okay. Would have been nice if they would have been able to stack up their specials. Oh, should wait until they're... Yeah. Still doing some work. Yeah, Joe doesn't have siege, you're right. At camels, what they don't do is they don't kill buildings. Where's Osiris? Oh, he's back here. Actually, it is getting more value out of these than I thought. Yeah, where are the mummies? There's the mummy. This stall is really doing well for Matreiuss because he was substantially behind. Polyphemus is oh, get on the mummy. Yes. There goes that mummy, just smacks it away. Thanks for showing up. How is Matreiuss' eco though? Still not good. Still not good. He needs to stop running his Chimera before they finish their animation. Okay, Fortress fired on the Son of Osiris. That's good. That's good. Oh, now he notices getting these towers up, though. This is a bit of going to be an issue. Random spearmen wandering in. That's a ton of resources getting put into these Chimera, though. Oh, reassign it, retask it. Okay, alright, he did. Matreiuss actually doing really good with this fortress. Keeps targeting the Osiris. How much do Chimeras got? What is it, 330? Yeah. Osiris is almost dead. Oh, the Villies. Oh, 91 hit points with that relic. This fortress is gonna go down. Oh, he doesn't have the trade upgrade. That's huge. That's not good. That's big. That is big. That's big. Oof. It's a 20% boost to your trade, and he's missing out on it. It's gigantic. He's also got... Oh, what's going on with... Where are they going? They're kind of going back and forth. He's got like a market here, is trading, and a market. And, okay, Osiris got picked off by the militia! Oh my goodness! The militia coming in value. Kind of a careless use of the Osiris this game. But we've got a pretty deadly tower push here. It's right on the limits of this town center. Again, Matreiuss, when he played against Fox, had some issues with his trade, and Not getting that upgrade, 20%. Ooh, all of his eco upgrades are not good. Getting all the catapults. I think it's GG. Like, Matreiuss, he got the delay that he needed, but he didn't tech up. So his eco, like, had a chance to catch up. But because he didn't get any eco upgrades, he never actually caught up with his economy. Roasting some more villies. Alright, alright. Oh, upgraded siege now, though. We'd like to get another roast. Look how low some of these villies are. Run in and roast them. Get these random. Yeah. That's really hurting. Is the lack of the trade upgrade. He's down here fighting. That is a lot of low HP villies. Now we've got 3 catapults with towers in the back. This ain't no raid. Ooh, okay. Alright, trying to get on these catapults with these. Oh. And no ceasefire either, because it was already used earlier. Okay. Yeah, he's missing out on cooking the villies. It's too bad, because they're a lot of low HP. He's trying to get this town center rebuilt. Catapults are way back. Doesn't have divine blood. No, he does. Okay. Or whatever this is. Yeah. Catapults are going to come down. I don't know if Joe's going to, or Matreiuss is ever going to be able to get this town center up. So these camels too with good upgrades. Then we got ballista. That's it. G. All right. Whew, what a series though. That was. Joe looked like he was gonna slide through to a very easy game or very easy series. 2-0 and then 2-2. Comes through at the end. Matreiuss had a good delay. The earthquake really delayed for a while, but never got his economy in order. We ended up with second gold mine, plow, second gold line, a second wood line, and no caravan upgrade. Oh, he got it like at the very end. But that's what cost him, was the lack. I mean, I guess if you want to oversimplify it, what cost him the game. I mean, a variety of things, but the big thing you can point to is just really eco upgrades or the lack thereof. Nice delay. I mean, if you're going to have to use Earthquake defensively, he got about as much value out of it as he could. It was a several minute delay. Hey, Zebchi, you're acting like Matreiuss is out. He's not out, man. This is the double elimination. So, yeah, he's not done. The double elimination, a little bit of a wrinkle in this tournament that kind of changes things a bit. So you're acting like it's like over and he's done. His career is done. But it's well played. I mean, Joe hadn't lost any games until this series, so almost took it to Joe. But yeah, this has been a good tournament for Matreiuss so far, and not done yet, but he does move down to the lower bracket. We'll play the who will he play? I don't even remember. I don't know. We'll figure it out once I know the results of the other games. Do I have more games today? No, so I gotta go to bed, man. But nice series. Let's take a look at the post game. Eco and Locust did a lot of work. Economically, if you're behind the Egyptian, you're behind by quite a bit. Just those eco upgrades. I mean, if he has his eco upgrades a bit higher, kill death ratio, not so good on there either. Joe's got a lot of value out of camels this series. A lot. And yet Joe was just never, there was never anything in Joe's base. Like Joe had, nothing ever happened back here. Joe was so safe all game and basically just had this big push, the big tower push, the catapults, get the town center down. That's it. GG's, well played. Joe moves on. And let us finish off our series. So this is the first series of this length that we had the same gods all throughout. I think that's a little bit because of the sameness of the maps. All of these maps are pretty similar. The randomizer ended up randomizing this up. 5 pretty similar maps. So we got 5 pretty similar play styles throughout the series, but that's okay. So I've got I'm a little bit behind real time as far as the tournament. I'm about half a round behind. So I've got a couple more of the second round games to stream. I've still got Player versus Skady to stream. I've still got Shelty versus Chemo to stream, and then the fourth match for this round hasn't happened yet. It's actually happening on Saturday, and it looks like I'll be able to live stream that, so that'll be pretty cool. So yeah, that's not until the 15th, which coincidentally, a day after my birthday, Valentine's Day, yes! Getting older and much more mature as we get, every year goes by. But anyway, I gotta go to bed. 11:17, I got kids. Thanks everybody for watching. It was a good crowd tonight. Appreciate you guys tuning in and watching the series. A good 5-game set. It would have been nice to see maybe a little bit of God variation, but there's a little bit of value in seeing 5 of the same matchups over and over and seeing how players change within the series. Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in, watching. Appreciate all you guys. See you later, Zebji and everybody else. And that's it for tonight. So nice series, nice games, nice crowd. We'll try it again sometime. How's that sound? So see you guys later. Have a good night or a good day or whatever it is. Bye.